No need to attend our offices for a meeting unless you really need one. You can access Smart Accounts from the convenience of your office, the comfort of your home, in fact from anywhere that has a broadband connection. Our accountants are regulated. We care about our client data. We don't share data with any third parties unless you agree. Our website is protected using leading SSL and is secure. We are fully compliant with HMRC and Companies House filing procedures. Our payroll systems are RTI, real-time information, compliant. Our tax return filing is compliant with HMRC XBRL tagging of accounts. Your financial statements are prepared on the basis of UK GAAP and FRSSE and will also incorporate the new FRS 102 principles when relevant. Instructions on how to view your accounts and key information are in the email you received with your accounts attached as a PDF. If you open your accounts PDF now, you can then follow the explanations of your own important points and key figures as we go through this presentation. You should be able to see your key figures on the screen below this video presentation. This is the first page of your accounts, also known as financial statements. These are draft accounts, which means they are not yet finalised and could be subject to amendments. Check your business name. This should be stated in full and not abbreviated. And also check the date is for the correct accounting period. The contents page gives an overview of what makes up the annual accounts. This page lists the business information such as the name of the proprietor, the accountants and the trading address as held by HMRC. Check this is the correct address. The accountant's report is prepared by us as your accountants. It's important you as the proprietor sign and date the approval certificate at the bottom of this page so that your accounts can be filed. You will notice two columns of figures on the abbreviated profit and loss. The column on the left is the period covered by these accounts. The column on the right shows last year's figures as a comparison. If this column is not included on your accounts PDF, then this is either your first year trading or you have not supplied the information to be able to complete the prior year. Compare the key figures for both years where available. Were they higher, lower, and if so, what are the reasons for this? Look for any unexplained differences. Check the turnover. That's the money coming into the business generated from sale of goods or supply of services. Is it correct or higher or lower than you expected? Check the cost of sales. These are the direct costs incurred in making your turnover. For example, a restaurant's direct costs would be food. Check the gross profit. This is the profit made before overheads and admin costs are taken into account. And check the net profit or profit before taxation. This is what the business has made after all costs and overheads have been deducted, but before tax is paid. The balance sheet shows a snapshot of the business's assets and liabilities on the last day of the accounting period. Balance sheets demonstrate the worth of a business and, importantly, whether a business was solvent or not. A solvent business has more assets than liabilities, allowing it to reinvest in growing the company. Check the figures shown here, such as cash at bank and in hand. This is the amount on the final day of the accounting period and reflects the movement of monies either side of the last day. Is this figure correct? Check stock held. Does this match your figure? Long-term creditors and loans are shown separately in the balance sheet as they are payable over a longer period of time, usually at least 1 year. So if you have these, this is where they'll be shown. The financed by section shows how the business has been funded, either through capital introduced, money you've put into the business, or profit and loss from the period, and it also shows money you have taken out of the business, called drawings. Don't worry if at this stage you're unsure about anything in your accounts or this presentation. Just jot your queries on an email or give us a call and an accountant will talk you through what you want to know. These notes to the accounts explain the key accounting information from the balance sheet in more detail and are often across more than one page. They give the reader a greater understanding of the accounts and include some key points which you should check in your accounts. For example, fixed assets. If you hold these and you know the business has purchased more assets in this period, check additions for the correct amount. Debtors shows the breakdown of monies owed to the business, for example from customers. Check this is in line with what you expected. Prepayments are where money has been paid in advance, such as when rent is paid quarterly in advance. Creditors shows the breakdown of monies the business itself owed, whether that was to suppliers or HMRC, for example. Check this figure is correct. Accruals are where the business has incurred an expense which has not been paid and generally not yet invoiced. For example, interest on a loan which is due just after the accounting period ends. The final page of your accounts is the detailed trading and profit and loss account. This shows a breakdown of the expenses of the business. Check in your draft accounts PDF that these figures are what you expected and that they reflect the day-to-day running of the business. You should then also look at the figures in comparison to the previous year where available. For example, in this set of accounts, the advertising figure for the current year is £14,863 as opposed to just £1,623 for the previous year. Why is this? Is there a valid reason for it? In this case, an advertising campaign was run during the period, resulting in higher expenses for advertising. Look at your figures in detail. Are there any differences? Are they higher, lower, or what you expected? Check each of the entries against your own records. Do they sound right? If not, let us know by email and we can discuss it further. The accountant's notes are very important. You should review them and act promptly. You should be able to see them on your screen just below this video. Don't worry if you have any queries or have not understood anything in your presentation. Please feel free to contact us. There is a contact form for questions at the bottom of this page, which is the bottom of your screen. This will go straight to your accountant who will reply as soon as they are able. Alternatively, you can email or telephone us as usual or book a face-to-face meeting if you prefer. Our customers are the most important focus of our business model. Our customer support team's primary purpose is to help you with every aspect of the process. This is different to professional advice, which is delivered by our team of business specialists and chartered accountants who focus on your business performance. TaxSense Customer Support Service is only interested in one thing: creating the best TaxSense experience for you. Your feedback is important to us. If we are not performing to your expectations, then please let us know and we will find a way to align our expectations with your own. To help us to continually improve and update our services, we would be grateful if you could complete the feedback form you'll be sent after your presentation has been viewed.